You've made a list and checked it twice. No, not a Christmas list. You have a big decision to make and you're doing your homework. Studying, talking to people, weighing the pros and cons. And still, you're no closer to an answer. You're terrified you're going to make a mistake. Sometimes thinking is only half of the story. Thinking is genuinely useful. Buying a house? Compare the neighborhoods, research the schools, run the numbers on what you can afford. That homework isn't wasted effort. Done well, it brings greater clarity. But some kinds of uncertainty can't be clarified with just thinking. Sometimes the clarity you're after isn't in a book or a spreadsheet. It's out in the world. You can read every stat about a neighborhood, but live there for a month and you'll learn things no listing ever mentions. The congested commute, the crazy school board, and where the best pizza is, or isn't. Thinking about quitting your job? What if you didn't quit right away and ran a side hustle first? You'll gain insights no amount of planning can reveal. Some uncertainty can only shrink through experience, living it, testing it, trying it. So how can you know whether a decision is better served by deeper analysis or something tangible? Nearly every consequential decision involves two kinds of uncertainty. The first kind is concrete. Numbers, dates, terms, things you can look up. Search hard enough and you'll find the answer. The second kind is experiential. How something actually feels in practice. No amount of searching gets you there. Only tangible experience does. So how do you tell which kind of uncertainty you're facing? Ask yourself one question. Has more analysis provided greater clarity, or are you just a hamster on a wheel? If you're spinning your wheels, you're treating an experiential uncertainty as if more analysis could solve it. That's not rigor. It's the wrong tool for the job. When further analysis hits a wall, consider a different approach. Are there smaller, less impactful actions you can take to gain real insight and clarity? You already do this more than you realize. I bet you try on shoes before you buy them. The same principle can apply to bigger decisions. Freelance before you quit your job. Rent before you put down roots. Meet the family before you propose marriage. Find the smallest, tangible step that offers insight into your decision. This isn't a panacea. You can't remove all uncertainty, but you don't need to for it to help. Not every decision lends itself to this, but more do than you'd think. Be open to it. Be creative. There's often something you can try that brings more clarity than another hour of thinking. Does this mean you should always go small? Is there value in skipping the taste test and going whole hog instead? No matter how hot the weather, I can't just jump into a pool. I have to wade in, a little at a time. I have friends who just jump straight in, no hesitation. Going all in is like jumping straight into the pool. I once quit a well-paying consulting job to become a full-time real estate agent. No side hustle, no trial run. 1 week I had a paycheck. The next, it was entirely on me. I remember the feeling of dread I had when I realized my next paycheck wasn't coming. But going big bought me something testing never could have. No safety net meant no easy way out when things got hard. I learned firsthand whether I could survive without a guaranteed paycheck. That was never something a part-time trial run would have taught me. Some information only shows up when you commit fully. So I'm not arguing against going big. If that's something you want to do, consider the risks and jump in the pool. Sometimes it's the only way to get answers and insights, brutal as it may be. But let's get back to our question. Is the uncertainty you're facing something thinking and research can solve alone, or something only action can? Most big decisions carry both kinds of uncertainty. Knowing which one you're facing tells you which approach to take. But how do you know when you've done enough? Same question. Has your last round, thinking or doing, actually taught you something new? If the answer is no, or you reached a point of diminishing returns, you've hit your limit. That's assuming you have time to spare. Sometimes you don't, and the clock decides for you. The goal was never absolute certainty. Chasing it is a trap disguised as diligence. Big decisions swim in an ocean of uncertainty. Pick the right tool for the uncertainty you're facing. Use it until it stops teaching you anything. Then decide, move forward or walk away. Both are legitimate calls. Be content that you did everything you reasonably could. The rest is out of your hands. Jump into the pool and subscribe. This channel is about making better decisions through clearer thinking. If you're wondering where good judgment comes from, check out my video on the difference between knowledge and wisdom. What's a great decision you made and how did you get there? Drop it in the comments.